gonna make a video on how to remove this door latch. There's one video on YouTube, and the gentleman bends a piece of plastic here. This is not bendable when I try to do mine. So I had this out before, I had the wrong part. So this is the second time I'm doing it. First thing you're gonna do is get a scribe or a small screwdriver and hop in here and pull this plastic off, and then lift this little piece of plastic off here in the door. I'm going to remove those bolts. This one here is a 10mm. A little bit of a hurry. Wife needs to take the car in an hour, so I have an hour to get this done. There's a Phillips head here. I've already removed that, and then there's a 7mm here. Pop that out. I'm fairly certain I forgot to connect the window when I reassembled this last time, because the window wouldn't roll down. So let's hope that's what the problem is. So 10mm out. This is out. Take my pry tool, get in here. I did this already before I started the video. This door's been off about 4 times now, so it's getting easier. Pop that up. And your door lock needs to lift up. And there's like a little plastic piece in here. There's that 10mm. So you just kind of got to work the door handle through there. We're going to disconnect that as well. And you can see the window wasn't connected, so it's good in a way. We're going to disconnect all these bolts, this speaker, this latch here. There's an access panel here. So we'll just kind of have at it. This piece here has 2 little, a little flathead screwdriver would be good for this. Push this little thing through here. It's got 2 little things you can just kind of compress. Maybe some needle nose pliers would be better. So I'm going to twist this around. Don't know if you guys can see, but I'm just going to squeeze this here. That allows that to pop through. Pull that there. And this is kind of like an old bicycle connection if you've ever worked on bikes back in the day. Now we're going to have to take the window out eventually too. My wife will come out and help with that part. These are T20s, I believe, on the speaker. Couldn't believe I had to take the whole door apart to replace this door latch. What do we got here? Of course not. That's a T20. Take your speaker out. Make note of where your wire is running. I'm going to have to remove that white piece there to get the window out. Basically lower the window until it's lined up. So we'll have to reconnect that. Back to the needle nose, we're going to start working this. Oh, let me disconnect the speaker. disconnect your wire, put that in a safe space. High quality Mopar audio. Get this wire out of here. Make note of the routing, of course. You don't have to cut these. Just pinch the little thing and they'll come out of your way. See, this connects to the window regulator, so we don't want to mess with that yet. In fact, let's line that up. I'm going to pop this white plug out of here. And then, I guess go hit the accessory button. So we can roll this window down. There's a screw. We're going to hook this up. Hold this window down until we see that little nub. I know, I can't remember what it looks like myself. Oh, there it is. See if I can show that to you guys. That's what you're looking for. That's fairly terrible. Here we go. You're gonna press on that, and that is gonna let that window come out of the regulator. See if I can show it here. That bad boy. Let's flip this phone around. See that little nub right there? You can see a little hole in the glass. That right there at the end of my finger. You're lining that up, and then that is what you're going to press on with your screwdriver to get the window out. It's not really that bad, actually, but you do got to get it lined up. And you'll get your friend or whoever to lift the window while you press that, and the door comes out. So we can disconnect this connector here. I've already forgotten how this all goes, but it doesn't really matter because we'll just take it apart and look at it because we've got to get to it anyway. I don't have my drill, so this is going to take forever. Apologize. Through the magic of video, we can make this a little faster here. Alright, through the magic of video, we've got all these 10 millimeters out, and we're going to take our T20 and now remove these green things here. I lied, it's not a T20, it's much larger. Let's see here. It is a big mamma jamma. Turn it clockwise or to the right with your T30, and this door is going to come out. We'll find out what we forgot to disconnect. This has to come out somehow. I can't remember that. Gonna have to disconnect. Let's see here. A little purple connector here. Looks like I need to. Here's a red. Pull this out. And that disconnects this. And of course, this little purple thing needs to pull forward. It looks like a safety. And that allows that little guy there to disconnect. Just push down on the purple thing after you pull out. Hopefully you've got a basic understanding of connectors if you've made it this far. Let's see maybe not, I don't know. Clockwise, this door's about to come off here. Actually, we need to lift the window up. The window regulator is, this plastic piece is actually holding the load of this window. There's my wife, so she's gonna come lift this out. I'm gonna get a long screwdriver. I'm gonna stick it in here where I showed you guys, into this hole, and I'm gonna get some tape and hold this window up. At least that's the plan. It didn't quite work that way last time. Alright, you're just gonna come over and lift this window, and then we're gonna tape it into position. So I'll tell you to lift, you lift, and oops. Can you lift? No. Hard? Dirt? Hold on a second. You're out. So now that you got that up, you're just gonna tape this window out of the way. It's not real important where it goes. At least I don't really remember anyway, because it's been a while. So this door should be free now, minus a connector or two. Alright, something hanging up over here. What is it? That's frustrating. Oh yeah. We gotta take out this. There's another. Well, yeah, let's take this out of here. That is a not a 10mm. Six, or let's see, 9, 8. I think it's connected to this track in here. This is the part that the gentleman in the other video was bending backwards, which would not happen on this vehicle. There we go. Let's see. A little more freedom. Not quite as much as we need though. I think there's a screw in here I was hoping to not take out this time. Let's see if we can do these door latch mamma jammas and get release. This is my T20 again. Sorry I don't have this completely memorized, but it was driving me nuts that there wasn't a video on this. So I just decided to make one. I hope you find it helpful. See, oh, there it goes. Oh, it's falling out. Alright, so hopefully you watch this whole video before you do the procedure, so that it's a little more in order for you. Is this going to come out? There we go. Alright, we're hung up on door latch. So here, this connector. Connector to the actual door handle back here is what's holding us up. See if I can get you guys in here. We're still recording good. Turn on the flash. You guys can tell I should do this professionally. See that little white thing there? You gotta pop that latch back and pull that metal thing out of there. There's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to show that, but maybe I'll be able to show you once I get it off. Is that going to give us... I gotta get it out of the way. Getting closer here. Finagle that son of a mother on there. And this connector is just routed, so it's got a little here. that connector is held on right there. So got that out of the way. This is the thing that you need to, it just kind of goes up and around that metal piece. So you just kind of flip it down and it releases. That's how you get that out of there. That's it. I hate to do this, but installation is reversive removal. The door latch is easy to get off now. That gentleman on YouTube just bent this thing out of there. Man, I guess it will. Fuck, I don't know. To me, this was easier. But I'm gonna put this thing back together now and get the wife out of here. Oh yeah, this comes off of here. All these clips. Just a little bit of a fight, but and you got to get this thing off of here. But once you made it this far, you'll be all right. I'm gonna keep recording. It's probably gonna be fairly terrible, but maybe it'll help somebody. Oh, I just broke that off of there. And this would be helpful to you guys. Just broke my hooks off of here, so it goes back on. If you break it, don't worry about it. Put it back in there. And then I'm going to get myself a little screwdriver. Flathead. Start finagling this thing out of here. That looks like a T20. I don't really know if it's in my way, though. It sure is. Let's see here. Last time I took this apart, I took it off while it was in the door. And, geez, now that I'm talking all that crap about the guy that just bent this thing backwards, it looks like it might just bend backwards. I don't know. I can't imagine. This is in the way. Second guessing myself here, but I don't know. You be the judge and take it out however you like. Then all these screws here come out. Or screws, these little clips. So I'm just going to try to, it's like a, just got to get the right sequence, because as soon as you get one, the other one pops back in. So I'm just going to apply some pressure to it. Push that. Push that. Push that. Oh, come on. There's that one. And this is where it can get pretty confusing. You need to do a couple things all at the same time. Pull that door lock out of there. That's the grommet. Don't want to jack that up. And then on the other side of this thing, you got to pull it out just a certain way, and then you got to pull this out of here. And I'll probably have to look at my own video to figure out how to put that back together. Then you get your new part. Make sure it's the right one. For me, last time it wasn't. Let's see here. Go find that part. There it is, right where I left it. You can see this is this was part number P04589922AG Alpha, but it was superseded by P04589992 Alpha Hotel Delta. So Mopar Parts Giant. Looks like they gave me an RMA on the last one. Their parts configurator told me that it would work, and it didn't. So they're going to do the right thing and give me my return. I did buy the second part from them as well. So they really came through on that return. So I'm going to open this up. They look like they match. Must just be multiple part numbers for these. But yeah, there's the old and the new. See if I can line up the part numbers again. Might be thinking, this is a DIY video, I don't care about the part numbers, get on with it. But alright, so put this thing back together, which is going to be confusing as hell and frustrating. So this thing majig goes in here. first, let's line this up. So that's going to eventually go like that. Therefore, this thing here needs to go in like that, so we can yank on it, right? Yep. That's going to go like that. So here's kind of how that goes. And this sits in here, like so. And then there's this thing. I don't remember where it went. Oh, it was in here. And I did this backwards about 4 times last time, so maybe you guys can enjoy that. Yep. Let's see. Nope. Alright, that looks like it ought to work, so it's probably wrong. Let's see here. Oh, holy shit. Alright, I did that right the first time. You won't. It's impossible to do that. Put this in here. If I were smart, I would hook this up and see if the door lock works before I put everything back together. So I guess I'll do that. Pull this grommet back through. I really hope you guys can see everything. If not, sorry. And then put all your clips back on. And let's see here. Should be good to go. Really hope this works. Alright, so let's do the thing. I'll put this camera back up here. Hope this thing doesn't stop recording. I have no idea. I'm on my old phone. I put my other phone in the washing machine last night. So we'll hook up the door lock. And I guess hit the unlock button. And it works. All right, that wasn't a waste of a whole bunch of time and money. Okay, so now we're going to disconnect this door lock. Can you guys see? I don't know what your view is. Yeah, you can see pretty well. All right, so I'm going to put this back in here now. Probably forgetting half the shit I'm supposed to do. Let's see here. This cable here runs up here. The most important part probably is to make sure that this little latch in here, these little green things are actually kind of handy because they'll hold the door for you without putting all those bolts in. And I like that. Where are they? There's no one. So I'm gonna latch a couple of these. You kind of gotta like work with them a little bit. Here we go. And now that'll be held in place for me. Something ain't lining up there. Let's try. Those are temporarily holding it for us. Got to reconnect that latch in here. And let's see here. Looks like I might have to back this out of here. That metal piece is behind it, and I don't think I can get it out of there. Pull the door handle, maybe. Nope, went the wrong way. So when you put this in here, make sure that metal latch is in front of the mechanism before you get carried away. Oh, we just bend that out a little bit. Alright, put that back into the receptacle. And flip the thingamajig around. Some Mopar mechanics can tell me, hey dumbass, you only had to bend that thing out of there and you would have been just fine. I'm going to put these back in now. wife only stays with me because I can fix things. I think, anyway. I don't know why else she would. Hope I don't make a bunch of funny faces on camera. I tend to do that. Before I get them all tightened, just get them started. Alright, no cross-threading. I do have the Mopar Unlimited warranty, but the deductible's $200 and this lock was $230. I have to Uber there and drop it off and then go get it. I've not had my car for a week and have some stranger drive my car, so I figured I'd just do it myself. Alright, so latch is reconnected. This is reconnected inside because we did that before. Door latch is reconnected, we just did that. I believe we start maybe routing this wire here because we probably want a connection to the door lock. This just kind of slips through here and feel your way around. There it is. And we'll reach around here. There it is. Okay. There we go. It wasn't lining up, it was making me nervous. But counterclockwise to tighten, a little weird. Alright, so this is routed, that's in there. Just back up. Can't really see what you guys can see. Check your view again. Still recording. That's good. How far into this are we? 27 minutes, okay. This is the window. That's important. We learned that last time. The window doesn't work unless it's connected. And we'll hook the speaker back up. High quality Mopar audio. Route your wire. Line up your holes. And find the screws. Again with the T20. Just did an oil change this morning too. It's always rewarding, I guess. The air filter. I think it's not the right size at all. I got 3 out. There it is. Oh, look at this. We forgot to put this back on. So now we get to fight it through this door handle here. It's a T20. So we have cost ourselves some time, but it's not terrible. Self-leveling suspension, which should break any time now. Okay. Now we'll grab a T20 bit. Since we forgot to put that in, I get to do it the hard way now. Okay. Take a T20 with a bit holder. And do this the most difficult possible way, because why not? So this goes in here. This lines up with that hole, so that gives it a starting point. In fact, I'm going to take this and put it in here to hold it in place for myself. This is the window guide. This is specifically what we forgot. It is plastic, so we can't really cross thread it, but I don't want to booger it up, I don't have to. So then, this goes in right here. You can kind of feel it. Man, what a mess. It's in. Now I'll take my T20 here, tighten her down. Sounds like it's raining pretty good out there. Which is nice because the Jeep's clean and she's about to drive it. That's a little frustrating. I'm going to tighten that down. The screw that I'm supposed to be tightening. Sorry guys, let me pause this while I tighten this thing down here. Alright, that screw's tightened. So don't forget there is a wire guide back here that we want to get into. With your door lock wire. Snaps in there, I think. Yep. Alright. So that's in. Let's see here. So we got, looks like we're about there. Put all your 10 millimeters back in. Throw your sockets. You want to make sure your green cam temporary holder things are in place too. These must be assembly line or what the hell for it. Get it all in. You know, I'm going to drop this window to make sure it engages before I get too carried away here. And we'll just do a quick test on that window. Or, well, I guess I can just look and see. There we go. Now you heard it pop in. Nice and sturdy, so the window's good, which is great. Now we can put all these back in. We can put our little viewfinder pin or cover back in. Got a 10 millimeter there. And I'll get these tightened and pause the video. Alright, I got all my 10mm in. I did notice that I had one of my green cams not turned on the underneath of this, though. Make sure you have all of your cams turned and all of your bolts tight. And wires routed correctly. We're good there. We can close this. And I think we're going to put the door back on. Yep, let's do that. And that is a bit of a pain in the ass because these bad boys wiggle all over the place. You can see this one's disengaged. So you gotta wiggle them. Let's see here. You have to wiggle all these things into the right spot as you're putting the door on. Most of the cars I work on line up. And this thing doesn't go up and over like it does on most cars either. So just go straight forward. Put your door lock in and start wrestling your little pins. God, this is frustrating. And just when you think you got it, you don't, so don't get ahead of yourself. You just start pounding it in there. I'm going to come around from the other side. Before you get too carried away, get your door lock on. Let's back up here. You gotta put this through here and then hook up your cam connection again. And I need one of those pliers would be helpful here. I believe you get to pull on this a little bit. Alright, so I'm screwing this up. Take this out of here. Engage. I'm going to engage this first. Flip it around. And you can push it back through there. My wife's messaging. Is the Jeep done? Will be by the time she leaves. Alright, so that's on. Now we can fight these things. Oh, you gotta hook up the window. Screwed that up last time. It's very helpful. Don't want to gain a lock and lose a window. God willing, everything's lined up. believe we'll test the speaker, the door lock, and the window. Alright, door lock. And speaker works, so there. Now all you gotta do is put your 10mm back in. We still rolling? We are 41 minutes. Okay, and there's a tiny little fella hiding here, as well as Phillips head screw. And this is a 6mm or whatever the hell it is. 7mm. Put that back in there. Put your caps back on and save yourself a trip to the dealership. That's a wrap.